$8 million for making mice transgender. This is real.
$8 million to make mice transgender. Is this real life?
And you were allowed to vote. Is this real life?
Today, in Donald Trump said something outrageously stupid and it blew up in his face news, Diaper Don has been getting humiliated and brutally roasted by the internet for his transgender mice slip-up that he made at his bonker speech last night. And what has transpired since is emblematic of the dumb fuckery of his administration, to use the scientific term. And this simpleton slip-up was caught by some internet sleuths who apparently don't have dementia and aren't illiterate blobs with the skin color of Big Mac sauce.
Am I supposed to read it right now?
Yeah, please do.
Perhaps you'd like to say what that very important paragraph...
Yes, so this is a letter from His Majesty the King. It's an invitation.
Thus granting these internet sleuths an astounding level of superhuman intelligence via the use of the free search engine Google that Trump and his Magadonian miscreants just can't seem to figure out.
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
And that dumbassery sparked a massive meme fest online that I am oh so delighted to share with you all today. And before we get into that hilarious saga, make sure you drop your best roast of Dementia Don in those comments down below, and while you're there, be sure to like and subscribe. And before the internet caught on to Trump's humiliating slip-up, it was already pretty much play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Because almost immediately after the speech, Trump got hit with a rather devastating poll about said speech that the Magadonians really tried to spin in his favor. Though, just like our latter story, it didn't really go as well as they thought. See, Donald Trump's laughable first address to Congress was his least popular ever, garnering one of the least enthusiastic reactions for a president's first address to the chamber in the last 2 decades, according to a CNN poll.
And what we know is that people who tend to be fans or partisans with the president, no matter which party the president is in, tend to tune in more on speeches like this. And that's the case in tonight's survey as well, because we're 21% Democrat, 44% Republican in this sample, 35% independent. That's about 14 points more Republican than the overall general population. So keep that in mind when you see these results of speech watchers. To the results, what was your reaction to Trump's speech? 44% of speech watchers in our instant poll tonight say they had a very positive reaction to Trump's speech. How does that stack up against Donald Trump's previous addresses to joint sessions of Congress or State of the Union addresses? Look here, for all the years we have data for, 44% very positive reaction is actually his low water mark in all our instant polls after his previous addresses. You see in 2019, 18, and 17, he was higher in terms of very positive speech reaction.
Yeah, sorry, libs of TikTok. Looks like without context, all your attempts at owning the libs are really just bootlicking and, well... But libs of TikTok wasn't the only maggot slurping from Trump's trough of lies. Just watch this MAGA moron get utterly destroyed for believing Trump's batshit insane slip-up about transgender mice.
$8 million to make mice transgender. Is this real life?
And you were allowed to vote. Is this real life? Now, this woman's talking about something in particular about transgender mice, but where did she get that from?
$8 million for making mice transgender. This is real.
All right, so this was another one of those, if Trump said it, it has to be true moments. But Trump actually misspoke here big time. Because what Trump should have said is scientists were making mice transgenic, not transgender. And as you can see here, transgenic mouse technology has revolutionized virtually all fields of biology and provided new genetic approaches to model many human diseases in a whole animal context. So as you can see here in the transgenic mouse model, scientists add human cells to mice so that when they introduce diseases and study them, these mice and their tissue react more like human tissue. And that's how we end up at a University of Cincinnati website where they're talking about their $8 million study to continue gene-environment interaction research. So yeah, Dunny, instead of stopping research where you say it was transgender mice, you actually stopped research that might help us figure out how diseases affect the human body. And you, Danielle, you bought the whole thing hook, line, and sinker just because it came out of Trump's mouth. Shame on ya.
And of course, the internet memed this slip up into oblivion. Mice after receiving gender-affirming surgery. He just said transgender mice. Yeah, we're not making it out. Someone made a transgender mouse courtesy of Elon's AI Grok. And other users added, I'm not sure what's more ridiculous, President Trump thinking it's transgender mice instead of transgenic, or JD Vance and Mike Johnson laughing maniacally at it because they have zero idea either. And just a fake finding for Doge to run up the numbers and to rally the right with hate. And despite all that humiliation, the White House doubled down on his line on Wednesday, sharing a government webpage that declared in a slightly more nuanced phrasing, quote, yes, Biden spent millions on transgender animal experiments. But as is typical of Doge, the page tallies up spending in a completely misleading way in order to arrive at an arbitrary number. With Rolling Stone saying it certainly appears that the president's anti-DEI forces simply flagged a random selection of National Institutes of Health material that included some combination of hormones, mice, gender, and words with the prefix trans, then rolled this all up into some dumbed-down talking point for Trump to use on Tuesday night. Asked if they could substantiate his comment, the White House referred back to the same cobbled-together list of studies, so you can rest easy knowing that millions of taxpayer dollars was not frittered away on woke experiments to impose new gender identities on lab rodents. Suffice it to say, folks, the State of the Union is pretty damn stupid. Thanks for watching. If you care about cutting through the BS, consider dropping a like and subscribing. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.